Hello, this is Pamela, and you are on Pamela's Adoring Crochet. Today, our tutorial is going to be on these crochet a pair of slippers. And this is used with medium 4-weight yarn. Here you are. This is what you're going to be crocheting today. Okay, so to get started on this, I've just chosen some medium 4-weight yarn, and you will need a yarn needle. You will need a pair of scissors, and you will need a row counter, a stitch row counter, and you're going to need a stitch marker. And the size of hook you're going to be using today is an eye hook, a 5.5 millimeter hook. Okay, so this actually, I have this in a small, medium, and a large. If you are the small, it is the size 4, 5, and 6 is about the size that it will fit. And it's going to measure about 8.5 inches long. Let me see if I can put this on here. And if you have a medium, that's a size, women's size 7, 8, which is like around 9.5 inches long. And if you are making a large, it is usually a women's 9 to 10, and it measures about 10 inches long. So you may want to measure your foot if you're not sure that if you're between the 6 and the 7, or maybe even between the 8 or 9. But you know how yarn also has some give to it too. Yarn is a little stretchy, so you got to take that into consideration. And then over time, as you wash them and wear them and things, yarn does tend to stretch a little. So keep all that in mind when you do make your slippers. Okay, so today's slippers size that I'm going to make the medium size 7, 8. So we're going to start with a magic ring. Let me move my stitch marker out of the way. We're going to start with a magic ring. Okay, you are going to do 2, chain 2, just like that. Now you're going to work 9 double crochet in this circle. Oops. I apologize for that. I'm trying to look at my work through the camera. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So you actually have 10 double crochets because we did the chain 2. That was a double crochet. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, that was row 1. Now you are going to pull this and tighten it. You're going to close it up. This will be your toe area right here. Oh, and then, by the way, I was going to tell you, I am doing the medium size 7, 8, but I will also let you know what steps, like when you need to stop, like if you're doing a small, or how many more rounds you need to continue if you're doing the large. So if you're not wanting to make the medium, you can still follow along with this video. I meant to say that earlier. Okay, so now we're going to slip stitch into the beginning double crochet, or the beginning chain 2 stitch. Now you're going to chain 2. Now row 2, we're going to work 2 double crochet in each double crochet all the way around. So that means we should end up with 20 double crochet. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and I will meet you at the end of round 2 here. Okay, I have 18 so far. I have 1 stitch left, and I'm going to work my last 2 double crochet. Okay, so we now have 20 double crochets. That was the end of round 2. Okay, in round 3, oh, I'm sorry, we need to slip stitch into the beginning, top of the beginning chain of round 2. Now we're going to work 2 double, chain 2, sorry. We're going to chain 2 for round 3. And we are going to work 2 double crochet in the same space. So we've already got 1. Now we're going to work another one. And then the next stitch, you're going to work 1 double crochet. And then in the next one, 1 double crochet. And then in the next one, 1 double crochet. So you're going to repeat this all the way around. You're going to work 2 double crochet in the same stitch, 1 double crochet in the next 3 stitches. Just 1, 2, 3. And you're going to work this all the way around, and you're going to end up with 25 double crochet. I'll do a couple more stitches. Two double crochet in the same stitch, 1 double crochet in the next 3 stitches, like this, and you're just going to repeat this all the way around, and I'll meet you back at the end here. Okay, I just finished. This is row 3, and there should be 25 double crochets, and this is what it's looking like this right here. Oh, and you noticed as I crocheted here, whenever I was crocheting my first round, I crocheted this in with my work. You do not have to do that. You can always just use a yarn needle and just weave it in and out if you want. I forgot to mention that, but yeah, so now we are going to slip stitch into the top of row 3. Now for row 4, we are going to work 1 double crochet in each stitch all the way around. So we are going to end up with 25. No, I'm sorry, this one's going to be half double crochet. We're changing to half double crochet here. So 1 half double crochet in each stitch all the way around. So what I usually do, since I'm doing a half double crochet, I will chain 1, and then I'll work my half double crochet in that same stitch. So we need 25 of them. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, There's 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and we get to 25. I'll meet you back at the beginning. Okay, we are finished with row 4. We made 1 half double crochet in each stitch around, and this is what it's starting to look like right here. And you just put your little feet, little toes in here. So this is where we're at, and we need to slip stitch into the top of row 4, the top of that half double crochet. Okay, row 5, we are going to do 1 half double crochet all the way around. And from here, we are going to use the stitch marker starting in round 5. So there's a chain 1, and there's your half double crochet, and we're going to put our stitch marker in the beginning of that right there, because now we're going to be working in the round, and we need 25 all the way around. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and when I get to 25, I'll meet you back around. Okay, I did 24. I was going to show you how you do stitch 25. You're going to do a half double crochet. I'm sorry, you're going to do a half double crochet in your last stitch. And that is round 5. Round 6, if you're going to be working for a small size, you need to do row 6 through 13. You need to stop at 13. If you are working the medium like I'm doing, you will work up to row 15. And if you are working the large, you need to work to round 17. Yes. So small up to row 13, medium up to row 15, large up to row 17 of doing 25 half double crochet per round, and you are working in the round. So what you do, since you're not going to chain 1, I'll just remove the stitch marker, and your half double crochet will go straight into that stitch. I'm sorry. And be sure and place your stitch marker in that first stitch that you just made, that first half double crochet. Put that stitch marker in there, because see, now it's going to be smooth from here on out. So for row 6, this is going to be 25 half double crochet around. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay, that was row 6. Okay, since I'm working the medium, I'm going to go all the way up to row 15. So I'm going to pause the camera and I'm going to work my way up to row 15, and then I will meet you right back. Okay, I just finished round 15. And like I said, if you're working the small, you would only go to 13, and if you're working the large, you only go to 17. And here's what we have so far. And I forgot to tell you that if you want your toe to be a different color here, you would have changed the color on row 5. So rows 1 through 4 would be one color, and then this other part here would be another color. That is, if you want to have it different colors, and you can even do the heel as well. Okay, for this one, since we're doing the medium, it would be row 16. You are going to chain 1 from here, so we can take our stitch marker out right here. We're going to chain 1. We're going to turn, and we are going to work 21 single crochet, and we need to leave 4 stitches empty in the front. Now, if you're the type, depending on what you're working with, some people, well, you're working in the round, so it won't be that big of a deal. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, so you turn your work, and you're going to work 21 single crochets. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And there should be 4 empty stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. You should have 4 stitches right here. Okay, so now we're moving on to row 16. And you're going to chain 1, turn. You're going to do the same thing. You're going to work 1 single crochet all the way around to where you have 21 single crochet. So we're going to do this back and forth up to row 27. If you are working a small, you need to stop at row 23. And if you're working a large, you need to stop at row 28. So for the medium that I'm working on today, I'm going to work up to row 27. And right now we're on 16. So I will meet you back at row 27, or if you're doing the small, 23, or if you're doing the large, 28. Okay, we just finished row 27, and this is what you have. right here. This is what your work should look like. So how we're going to close this up right here is, what I do is I take my hand on, I grab both pieces, both ends, and I turn them like this. And then I slip stitch all the way down. So put your hook back in that last, where your hook was, and just well, actually I do like a single crochet all the way down. I'm sorry. You can slip stitch if you want, but I do a single crochet like this all the way. Just like this. And you don't need to count. You're just closing this up. Now, if you want, you could have left a long strand and use a yarn needle and just kind of whip stitched it if you want to do it that way. And from here, see, this is how it is. You cut off a strand. And you pull to tighten that. You get your yarn needle. Thread your yarn needle. And you're going to weave this in a few times. Since this is your heel, I like to kind of pull that tight to make it have a little bit more of a round look to it. And probably one more time, just for good measure. Okay, take your scissors and cut off your excess yarn. And put it back in there, and there you are. See, now we're going to work around here. Okay, this shows you about how long this is. It's about 9.5 inches long. Okay, so the first step we want to do is we're going to single crochet all the way around. Going to start in the back here, and we are going to make, I did a chain 1, and then you're going to work a single crochet in the same stitch. Now, if you're working a medium, you need to do 28 single crochets around. So if you're working a medium, 28 single crochet around, and if you're working a small, 26 half double crochet, and a large, about 30 half double crochet. Now this is something you have to kind of, like especially right in here, you have to kind of gauge where you want to put your stitch. So if you end up with 2 spaces left, just do a decrease, just do a single crochet 2 together or something like that to make it work. It's not that big of a deal. Just try to have at least 28 around here for the medium size. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I will meet you back around here once we've gotten 28. Okay, I just finished working 28 single crochet all the way around like this. Okay, for the next row we are going to work 28 half double crochets all the way around, just to kind of give it a little bit of height. You could actually stop right there if you want, and then another option is if you want more of a ribbed top design, you can work the 28 double crochets, and then you can the next row do a 28 double crochet, but the front post and half double crochet, front post and back post double crochet for about 3 rounds if you would like, and that would give you kind of a ribbed type look on it. That's pretty cool. I'm just doing more of the simple basic stitch for right now. So we're going to work 28 half double crochets. Okay, I just finished working the 28 half double crochet all the way around. Now we are going to, let's see, we are going to slip stitch into the beginning stitch of that second round of the half double crochet. Now this is kind of the height you have. If you want it a little bit taller, you can do another half double crochet, or you can just do a single crochet. I'm going to do a single crochet. So chain, slip stitch into it and chain 1, and then do a single crochet into that same stitch. And you will do 28 of these. I'm sorry, I'm sitting here doing half double crochets. Let's start this over. There we go. Okay, I will meet you around at the end here. Okay, on this last part, you just slip stitch to the beginning of stitch of that row. And if you, like I said, if you want yours a little taller, you can just add a couple more rows. And take your yarn needle and always go in like from that side right there. See, it makes it nice and smooth. And you just weave this in here. And then back again. And just cut off the excess yarn here. Now, what you can do from here, you can leave this just like it is. Have you a nice little pair of slippers like this. And if you want to do something a little extra, we are going to add a little flower if you want to do that. It's just a little bonus thing I decided to do here at the last minute. It wasn't originally planned. I didn't have this planned. So if you want to, go ahead and grab you a 3.5 millimeter hook and some yarn, still the same, the medium 4-weight yarn. Oops, sorry. And I chose white to go with this. And we're going to make a little flower to put on the top of that. So on the flower, do you a magic ring. And you're going to work 10 single crochet in the center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Pull to tighten. And you're going to slip stitch into the beginning of the first single crochet. So let's count, make sure we got the top just right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it needs to be right there. So I slip stitched. Now you have this. If you want to pull tighter, you can close that up. You're going to chain 1. You're going to make 5 petals, by the way. You're going to do a half double crochet, a double crochet, 2 treble crochets, a double crochet, and a half double crochet in the same stitch. Okay, so chain 1, 1 half double crochet, same stitch, a double crochet in the same stitch, a treble crochet, another treble crochet. Whoops, I'm totally out of the camera. I'll show you the next petal. A double crochet and a half double crochet. Skip the next stitch, slip stitch into the next stitch, chain 1. And we're going to repeat this petal. We're going to have 5 petals all the way around. So we're going to work a half double crochet, a double crochet, a treble crochet, another treble crochet, a double crochet, and a half double crochet. Skip the next stitch, slip stitch into the next one, chain 1, half double crochet, double crochet, treble crochet, another treble crochet, a double crochet, and a half double crochet. Skip the next stitch, slip stitch into the next stitch, skip the next stitch, slip stitch, chain 1. So you have 3. You're going to have 2 more. Okay, so we're going to work a half double crochet, a double crochet, a treble crochet, and another treble crochet, a double crochet, and a half double crochet. This is a little bit tough to work with because it's so tight of space. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We need one more. And we skip that stitch, slip stitch into the next one, and chain 1. Half double crochet. Oops. Double crochet. Excuse me. Treble crochet. Another treble crochet. A double crochet. And a half double crochet. And then you just slip stitch into that next stitch, and you'll need to leave enough yarn to tie this onto your slipper here. And you can pull to tighten like that. Leave enough yarn. There we go. See, and you just put that on your slipper like that. And that's just a little extra bonus if you want a little flower on your slipper. See if I can get the whole slipper in there. And you just take your yarn needle and go through the slipper and attach it. So, and it is washable like that. I washed plenty of them, and the flower stays nice on them. So that's all I have. I hope you enjoy this. Oh yeah, I wanted to add, I just saw my notes here, that if you want to make a kid size, somewhere like a size 12 to a 1.5 size shoe, I did write notes for that. You would do 12 rows in the beginning, the first part of it, and then the second part for the heel part back here, you will do 21 rows. If you want to make a size 12 to a 1.5 or 1 to 2. Yeah. Okay, let me repeat that again. On the kid size, if you want to make a size 12 to in a size 1 and a size 2, then you would go up to 12 rows on the first part, and then the heel part you would go up to 21 rows. So I hope that helps you guys. Thank you.
Not even big time football. These kids are not excited.